Breaking news tonight as we come on the air. Thanks for joining us on 10 Tampa Bay. I'm Eric Glasser. Emergency crews are on the scene of what they describe as a hit and run involving the Clearwater ferry and another boat. Here's a look at the scene shortly after that crash. Emergency crews working to get dozens of people who are aboard the ferry the help that they need. Thank you again for joining us for 10 Tampa Bay this weekend. This all happened around 8:45 tonight. Clearwater officials telling us that 42 people were aboard that ferry when the crash happened, and their first priority was to make sure that everyone was accounted for and then getting those injured to the hospital. We have team coverage tonight. 10 Tampa Bay's Angelicia Bruton is near the scene of the crash with the very latest on those rescue efforts, and 10 Tampa Bay's Miguel Octavio is following the search for that second boat involved in this crash. Let's start with Angelicia, who has the very latest from the scene there. Angelicia.
Yes, several crews have left the scene just in the last 20 minutes after spending about 3 hours rescuing people. I've seen dozens of people just coming up this hill, many going to the hospital. Officials say that many were in serious condition. Clearwater Fire and Rescue says everyone who was on the boat is accounted for. It's calling this a mass casualty event. Officials are saying the boat crash involved the Clearwater ferry, which had about 42 people on it. One family tells me they were leaving the Sand Festival with their 2 little kids, with one on the way.
It was like a big yacht. Like it hit from behind. Like it came through where the captain sits. Like he was pinned down with his console. Ended up being knocked over by the yacht that came in. So there was a lot of injuries, and I don't know, a lot of craziness happening all at once.
We just did our best to try to stay calm for the kids and the other families around us, and my husband actually went and helped other people that were on the boat with open wounds and things like that.
And since I've been out here, I've seen dozens of families just walking up this hill, hugging their loved ones. They're just so thankful that they were able to survive that crash. And police tell me that they have no details on the boat that crashed into that ferry. They're asking anyone with any information, whether that's photos or videos of what happened, so that they can figure out who was on that boat. They're asking you to call police. Live in Clearwater, Angelicia Bruton, 10 Tampa Bay.
Angelicia, thank you. Well, those emergency officials might be onto something right now. Our team coverage continues on the search for that second boat involved in the crash. 10 Tampa Bay's Miguel Octavio joining us now live from the Memorial Causeway boat ramp, where there is a heavy police presence. Miguel, what's the latest out there?
Eric, that is one of those key parts of this investigation. What happened to that boat that reportedly struck the vessel? Where did it end up? Well, here at the Bel Air boat ramp, we've seen members of the FWC and the Coast Guard. I'm going to step out of the scene because we have seen members from both of those departments who we do know are involved in this investigation. Within the last hour since we got here, we've seen them going in and out of this boat right here. We see several marks on this boat, but I want to make it clear we're still working to get more confirmation if this is in fact the boat involved or if it has any involvement with the ferry crash earlier today. We saw a number of people who appear to be distraught. We tried to get more information from them, but say they were not ready to speak at this time. But what we can tell you right now is that the U.S. Coast Guard, along with the FWC, are in fact involved with this investigation, and members of both of those departments are on scene at the Bel Air boat ramp right now. Once we get more information or confirmation about any potential activity linked to that ferry crash, we will keep you posted both on air and online on 10 Tampa Bay. For now, reporting live, Miguel Octavio, 10 Tampa Bay.
All right, Miguel, thank you for that. And just into the newsroom, the Clearwater mayor releasing this statement about the crash, saying thoughts and prayers are with those and everyone injured in this boat accident, and also commending first responders for their quick actions to help save lives. So if you're just joining us, we want to update you on that breaking news that we are following tonight. Several people injured after a boat crashed into the Clearwater ferry with 42 people aboard. Clearwater Police and emergency officials telling us that 6 of those people were trauma alerts, 2 of them taken by helicopter to local hospitals. Right now, everyone aboard has been accounted for. The second boat took off after the collision, but we believe it has since been located. The investigation is ongoing into what happened, and we will, of course, continue to follow this and bring you updates